When the US punished Morgan Stanley for leaking upcoming stock trades to favored clients, it kept the list of recipients a secret. They included one of Wall Street's biggest players, Citadel. In Morgan Stanley's settlement with the government, a trader at Ken Griffin's giant hedge fund was among a coterie of executives described as one of many recipients of stock tips described in legal documents. Here's what's funny. The article notes that the Citadel trader has since left the hedge fund, but coincidentally, in quotes, his departure was not tied to the investigation. Of course, it was tied to the investigation. So all of a sudden, Morgan Stanley got fined over $240 million, which again, a slap on the wrist. Listing Citadel, this trader from Citadel, as soon as there's this investigation, he bounces from the hedge fund. He's gone. Now, the probe faulted Morgan Stanley for giving hedge funds advance warnings as clients planned to sell slugs of stock big enough to move market prices, with the expectation that hedge funds would short the stocks and position themselves to buy parts of a block once it hit the market. So Morgan Stanley actually ended up paying $249 million as a penalty to end the probe, which is a slap on the wrist. US regulators and practitioners of financial law are an absolute joke and have no intention to abide by the rules that they swear they uphold. And while other nations are outright banning short selling altogether and making examples of individuals and firms that use illicit and predatory practices too, the US continues business as usual, which we're going to talk about. Now, as Dave Lauer tweets, of course Citadel was one of the firms receiving tips from Morgan Stanley. Will they get charged? Unlikely. The SEC doesn't appear to be going after any tip recipients. The excuse is the recipients assumed rules were being followed, which is absolute BS. If your buddy comes and gives you an insider stock tip, there's no way that you assume that rules are being followed, right? That's not insider trading. Now remember, if this was retail investors, if it was one of you guys, you would be in prison for a long time. And Citadel has the audacity at 12:24 p.m. today to tweet. How often do they tweet? They tweet, "We are honored to have been chosen as lead market maker for these ETFs last quarter." In my opinion, they are just spitting in our faces. As I state under it, honored, scammers, thieves, liars. There is no honor here. Moving on, beyond Citadel that was listed, recipients of stock tips described in legal documents without being named included people at block trading specialist CAAS Capital Management, Zaganti Capital Management, and Evolution Capital Management. We have a lot of stuff to cover, and I know I didn't ask you yet. Hit the like button on the video. It's free. It helps me out a lot. And also drop a comment. Those two things will engage the algorithm and push this video to more AMC holders like you guys, as well as GameStop holders. I also had a massive headache going to sleep last night and into this morning, and I am still making the video for you guys. Now, Shinhan CEO says South Korea to lift short selling ban by end of June. We knew this, but I want to talk about what is just quoted February 8th, 2024 in this article. In quotes, "I think the inspection and supplementary work will be done quickly, and I believe authorities share that perception." So they're saying that the short selling ban may be lifted in June, but the only reason is because what regulators are doing, what authorities are doing, will be done quickly. It's not that they aren't going to do anything, it's that they're going to act on it quickly, which is a good thing to hear. Sadly, it's not in the US markets. Now, short interest again on the rise, 30.4 million shares, 12.14% short interest of free float, according to Ortex on AMC. This has been rising week after week after week as AMC is on a decline. Now, 11 days ago, an unauthorized user created a GameStop token on the Solana blockchain, appearing to be a blatant copyright and trademark violation. Speaking of this blatant copyright as well as trademark violation, Benzinga tweets, "GameStop coin is up 100%. Fans dub it the most legendary meme coin in history," which is fake financial news to deceive retail investors in promoting a GameStop token. Now, if Benzinga was paid for the post, which is likely, they just broke the FTC guidelines for not disclosing this as an ad. Now remember, Benzinga also did something very similar in the past with AMC, putting out fake news that they were partnering with Amazon. Moving on, here is AMC short share availability as of right now. Take it with a grain of salt, but it is sitting at 0. And before we get into the charts, there's a couple more things to cover, like Swiss National Bank as well as Charles Schwab loading the boat on AMC shares. Yes, they're probably going to lend them out. However, they can recall them when shit hits the fan and we start moving higher. It's not just them two. More funds accumulate AMC, including Credit Suisse, adding over 74,000 shares, up to over $1.2 million at an average cost of $81. Same entity with an extremely low price target on AMC, seems as if that price target has been hit and now they think it's undervalued. AMC, $4.08, up 3.55% on the day. As of right now, this is a good setup. We got this pop, come down based on this trend line, and we're trying to move higher. However, of course, there are a couple things to note, such as the momentum should be moving a lot faster than it actually is, but they dropped about 1 million short exempts on it in about the past 4 trading days, right? 20,000 calls compared to 6,000 puts expiring in the money. We're actually winning on the options chain for once on AMC as well. Looking at GameStop, it is still holding this level at $13.51. It's up 1.49% on the day. 14.28. Again, we're watching this level at 15.25. If GameStop wants to break out of this zone, come up and test that, and then we have another leg up around 18.35. If we break below $13.51, we're coming down to about $11.95 on GameStop. There's one thing to note though. Remember, Bitcoin, the market, move first. If you look at Bitcoin, this thing started moving September, October, November, December 2021, all the way up here, right? AMC, GameStop, they mooned January 27th. January 27th was on the second leg up for all of these cryptos, right? I'm just saying GameStop looks like it, or Bitcoin looks like it is about to start its actual bull move, and this was the first segment of it, which means the meme coins as well as AMC and GameStop could squeeze or have a very fast leg up as soon as Bitcoin starts this, which it looks like it is about to. It's trying to break back above 46,000. It's sitting at 45 as of right now. Watch 46K for a break, and then there are a few levels to watch, of course. 49.6 and then 54,000 on Bitcoin. Before we get into the overall market and some additional stuff to close out the video, guys, come talk stocks with me and 500 of the most amazing people, as well as crypto. And we have options trading alerts in there. I post my trades from my personal account as soon as I take them, so you can come see all that good stuff, as well as request videos and more. It's a coffee a month. Get in the Discord, guys. Level up your trading journey for the new year. Also, get 15 free stocks, each valued up to $2,000 per stock. Signing up and depositing into your Moomoo account. Moomoo is a great broker, and they're giving you 5.1% APY on your uninvested cash, as well as an extra 3% for the first 3 months that you sign up as of right now. So stop sleeping on free money. The link is in the top of the description, as well as pinned in the top of comments. Discord and Moomoo link are right underneath each other. By 497.72, basically flat on the day. There is a gap to be filled down here at 494.44. However, volume is increasing on this push higher, so we want to see volume increase once again to bring the SPY up to about $500. It looks to me like the SPY is going to hit between 5 and 501 at least before getting that some sort of cool off. And as of right now, the market is looking good, and it has time to move until the Fed decides what they're going to do in the March meeting. I think until the March meeting, there isn't going to be extremely bearish catalysts that happen on the overall market. So as of right now, ride the wave. Tesla looking good, up 1.5%, 190.38. Watch 197 and then 210 for Tesla if we break over 197. Now, the last time Tesla touches this trend line, there is a fast move up every single time, and this is exactly how Tesla like to trade. You can see it back here: fast move up, fast move up, fast move up to an all-time high, and you're seeing that again on that third touch point on this trend line, right on this trend line. So this is looking good for a setup for Tesla. Will it happen? Maybe, maybe not, but it looks to me like Tesla may have a positive catalyst coming soon and a gap over 197 to try and close that gap up to about 207, test 210, which is a 382 fib, and then move higher and higher after that. ARM, keep this thing on your radar, up 57%, 121.32, involved in the chips. Just like Nvidia, ARM just smashed earnings. You can see right here, they beat on basically everything. And this thing is going to the moon as of right now, as we speak, straight up in a straight line. Again, what goes up like this, at least, is likely to come back down. So be very careful. I wouldn't recommend purchasing at this point. But I don't give financial advice, and I am not a financial advisor. Just be careful. That is it. Also, a couple things to keep a side eye on is DWAC is moving up again, 6.6%. Watch 52.85 on DWAC, and then PUN as well. Breaking above the 786. Watch 43 cents on PUN. It's also up 10%. Overall, guys, that is what I got for you for today's video. Join the members only on the YouTube channel, and also get in the Discord. Sign up for Moomoo. It takes 2 minutes and make a deposit. That is it. I love you all. Lottery Socks out.